Hey guys, MC Mura here. So today Capcom put out a character guide for Ed for Street Fighter 6. This is the in-game demonstrations pretty much, as they have done very similar things for Rashid and Aki before their release. They are pretty much giving you an idea about the character. I've already done a gameplay breakdown for him, so I'm interested to see how right or wrong. Fortunately, they got the Japanese audio, so we're not gonna hear 1, 2, 3. I wonder if that's still in. But I will say, Japanese Ed sounded even more bratty than the English one, so I want to see how he sounds. So they're showing what we already know. Punches are gonna be quick punch moves, and kicks are gonna be flicker punches. They're saying they are slower, so I want to see like they feel kind of slow actually. Yeah, and he got a lot of target combos out of that. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. So I imagine the quick one. Like, let's take a look at the 3 again. I imagine this is the light. This is probably the medium. And this is probably the heavy, the one he steps into. Simply because of the speed of them. At least that is my assumption, right? Nice. And we got target combos out of that. Man, that's so interesting. That's so different. It's cool that he got an unconventional control scheme. They're saying if they're out of your flicker attacks, you can use Psycho Flicker. We know Psycho Flicker is a special move. You do it raw, and he does like that little beam. You charge it, and he does Snatcher from Street Fighter 5. And Psycho Knuckle. Nice. Psycho Knuckle to close the gap. Psycho Spark. This is a fireball. A close range punch that generate a ball of psycho power. Yeah, so this is a fireball. In Street Fighter 5, you could, yeah, exactly the same usage. You can use it in block strings to make moves safe. Kinda stagger the opponents, frame trap with it. I assume you're gonna be able to use it as immediate as well. So he got a slow fireball and he got a fast fireball. So what they're saying here is you can use the button to change the speed. So you do the first part and he just does a fist, and it is this ball of psycho power, and then you used to do a punch and he would do a fireball, right? In Street Fighter 5 it was 1 speed. What they're saying here and what we just saw is a slow fireball, right? And this is a fast one, so he probably can drive rush behind. This one is really fast, right? The icing with the cake is that Psycho Spark can cancel out projectiles. So yeah, we knew this same functionality from Street Fighter 5 pretty much. Wonder if you can actually punish counter some characters with that. Right, so this knocks down. Oh my god, you're so gonna drive rush behind that one. You will so gonna drive rush behind this one. It's written all over it. This is a fast one, that's cool. So also, this means that he can vary the EX Spark, right? And they said that both of them are 2 hits. So this means that for like 2 hitting EX Fireballs, you can do the first part, it will cancel them out, and then you throw out your next one. I wonder if it's gonna be like a 3 bars EX move, kind of like Jury's, where like you can extend. I guess Luke makes more sense, where it's like you can do the uppercut and then do an ender. So will the first part be will consume 2 drive gauges and then the follow-up punch will consume 1, or will the whole thing be 2 bars? Could be interesting to see how it plays out. But I like the fact that even on the EX version you can vary the speed. I don't think there's any character in Street Fighter 6 right now with a projectile that can have an OD version with different speeds. This is actually kind of new. So EX1 is safe on block, and on a counter, or if you happen to get the hit, you can juggle after. Alright, that makes sense. Psycho Abba! Unleash is like our useful for countering an opponent jumping attack. So this is interesting because we know that Psycho Upper is now an uppercut move. We have seen the control scheme. We know this is a Dragon Punch motion, right? So I'm wondering if they're gonna keep the penalties on this move from Street Fighter 5. But in Street Fighter 5, it wasn't an anti-air. Here they are saying it is strong against an opponent jumping attack. In Street Fighter 5, he had the kick launcher, the where he went like you press the kick buttons pretty much, and he does his kick, rising kick. He doesn't have that in this game, at least based on what we're seeing. So Psycho Upper is now his anti-air with a proper DP motion, right? So this is Psycho Upper. Okay, so alright, so Mura was wrong. When I saw this move, like I assume this is the Psycho Upper now. When I saw this one, I assumed it was his V skill 2 from Street Fighter 5, but no, this is the Psycho Upper. Weird. That's such a weird animation for it. This looks like an electric god fist. Yeah. Okay, so the medium and heavy version. Okay. So the V skill 2 looking one, that is the light. And the medium and heavy one moves him forward. Okay, the medium one is the one that looks like the electric, and the heavy one is the one that kinda resembles the old Psycho Upper. Yeah, this looks like the electric, and this looks more like the old Psycho. Okay. Invincible, I guess, made. So this is how they buffed Psycho Upper, because it just had no invincibility prior, but now it's a proper anti-air. And the light one looks good, dude. This looks really good. This looks really. I imagine the hitbox on that. If it hits directly above his head, this could be really good. And he got one that moves forward. One of the best things about this game, about a character like Guile, is that his flash kicks pretty much cover the entire screen. So Ed having an anti-air that can move forward is really big for him. If they're high enough, you get a chance to juggle. Yeah, we've seen this in the trailer. We've actually seen this. So that's cool. You get 2 uppers. If he can super cancel that into his level 3 and it connects, this is gonna be really good for him. And like you for certain will be able to cancel like the light one into the 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You can immediately cancel that into level 3. So he can have like anti-air DP into super, which is pretty good in Street Fighter 6. Psycho Abba! Oh, that moves forward a lot, actually. Nice. Range on it is good. Takes some time to come out. So they're keeping EX Upper as a slow reversal. I don't know. It doesn't seem as slow as it used to be in Street Fighter 5. But they're keeping it. In Street Fighter 5, Ed had a very slow reversal, but it was one button, right? It was one button uppercut. So to compensate, they made it a slow uppercut so that you are able to meet him with a jab or even some mediums, and still be able to block in time, right? I'm actually surprised they kept this in. So yeah, when Aki is doing a jab, he gets his uppercut will get blocked. So they are telling you at least you can meaty jab him, but if you're going for like a meaty heavy kick, he will be able to win. But this does mean that this uppercut, the EX Psycho Abba, will probably have some offensive utility. Having this much invincibility on a move makes it actually really good on offense. So interesting. Psycho Blitz. Combine. Yeah, that is the 1, 2, 3. Medium and heavy version knocks down, giving you a chance to fold them like a bat. What? This is best to use to. They made it unsafe? Really? So you know what's interesting to me about all of this is pretty much the defining characteristic of Ed and his gameplay in Street Fighter 5 was the flicker. So you hit anything into 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is pretty much like the game plan for the character. So the fact that they are like they carried over the fireball, they carried over the Psycho Knuckle, they carried over the uppercut, but this means that his 1, 2, 3 doesn't function in the same way almost at all. Weird. It's like it's saying was that it was a safe confirmed. Like you happen to land it, you do the EX follow up, it got blocked. That's fine. So the EX version is a safe one. No, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna deal some saucy damage if it hits. I imagine you can actually get a juggle here. Maybe in the corner. Seems like you can. Psycho Flicker. A quick jab cloaked in Psycho Power. Hold down the button to boost its property or cancel into Kill Rush. The button you press determines the trajectory. Light, shoot straight, medium. That is so weird. So it seems to me like it would make more sense for the light to be the low one, the one that hits low, and medium to shoot straight, and heavy to shoot upward. Right? Like Cody's slide functions that way, Poison's heart rate functions that way. It seems to make sense. Like the light should be low, medium should be mid, and heavy should be the air version or the anti-air version. That's weird. That doesn't make sense. But this seems fast and good. The range on it is kind of ridiculous too. I wonder if this cancels out fireballs. And I wonder if, like Aki's whips, if this got a hurt box. You never know. You never know. How much a character is blessed? Well, you know by moves like this one. But this seems good. And we know that you can hold it, and when you hold it, you go into the Snatcher. This is a really long hold though. This is a really long hold. This seems like almost a second, like... At least this is like 30 frames of hold. Yeah, this is a really long hold. But you get a combo on hit, right? So you do get a juggle. If they block it, you get to move first. Alright, so this is exactly like Street Fighter 5, where if you happen to do the Snatcher, you are able to... you are plus on block. So I imagine at least this will have some meaty setups where you knock down an opponent, you use it, and this guarantees a meaty, and this doesn't look like it will be that unsafe for a perfect parry. And I imagine his Fireball will have meaty setups as well. So this is good. This is really good. Yeah, you're not doing that. While you're charging top, you can also go opt for... Oh, wow! So, alright. So we did actually see... Now that I remember, we did actually see this in the trailer against Ken, where he was charging it, and then he did a back sway. And someone actually in the comment called it out that this is like his command dash, or like command sway, back sway. So yeah. Yeah, no one's doing that, dude. People are jumping at you, or like they're gonna drive impact or do something. Like no one is gonna sit there and hold parry and wait for you to shoot out straight like the light version, but featured longer range. And you get the insta hold. So you get the insta launcher. That's good. Nice. This version of Flicker will pull in immediately and hit him with it, and you can follow up with another attack. So you do get juggles. And you are at an advantage even if it's blocked. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They gave Ed the EX heart rate. Ed got an EX heart rate. The move that everyone despised in Street Fighter 5. Well, he actually does. But it does have some startup, and I wonder, like, does this count as a projectile or does this count as a hit? If you happen to perfect parry it, do you get punished? Interesting, but yeah, this is totally an EX heart rate. And it got more range than the light, so you know the range on this one is pretty OD. This move is cheap. This is gonna be cheap. This is gonna be cheap. Yeah, like I can instantly tell this is gonna be cheap. Is that you can't go into charge stance? Yeah, you gotta commit. It's a commitment. Seems pretty good though. Kill rush forward backward. A technique that is his command dash. You can do the command dash and empty it. Command forward dash, command back dash. You can special cancel into it, so that is really good. During kill rush forward, you get 2 attack options, both the same input but different timings. So this is somewhat similar to what you would do with Karen, pretty much, not really, but you do the dash and then you do the punch, and they're telling you if you do it in the first half, you get kill switch break, the second half you get the kill switch chaser. So I imagine this is break, and the one where you do it at the very end is chaser, and chaser appears to be a launcher. So my imagination here is like you do a heavy button into the command dash, you almost like finish the animation and then you do the punch and this will launch them up for a juggle. Seems to me like that's the case, right? Like the quick one, the first one that you do early, you will probably use for juggles. The second one is probably a launcher. So this is how I imagine, this is how it appears to me. And both of them are unsafe. So let me check this one out. So yeah, this is the one. So the quick one, he is front facing. The one with the delay, he is back turned. So we were looking at his back, right? So here he's doing the target combo. And this target combo already launches. So then he uses a quick version where he's front facing. So yes, this target combo very much like Ken's in Street Fighter 5. This already like puts the opponent in a juggle state, so you do the quick ender, and I imagine exactly like this is exactly what I was talking about. Like you do something with a lot of hit stun, you get the entire command dash animation into the launcher, and then you follow up. So yeah, in quick juggles, use the early version. In late, or like if they're grounded, you hit a move with a lot of hit stun, like a heavy punch. You do get the full dash into the uppercut that will launch an opponent. So yeah, I was right on this one. Mura can see through all. Psycho Storm. Yeah, this appears like the level 1 super. So combo ender. Wow, that's nice. Can reliably combo into it. That's good. So it's invincible. This attack is invincible to everything except projectiles. Don't be shy about being a jerk with it. I wanna look at something, right? So I wonder about the startup, right? Because we already know that Ed EX Upper is on the slower end, right? So if this move is also a slow super, this is gonna be problematic for him. It doesn't look that fast. And for like visually, it doesn't look that fast. This to me looks like at least 7-8 frames. So we're gonna have to wait and see, right? I want to see the frame data on this one. It's gonna be huge, right? If he got a good level 1 super, then people will respect you on Wake Up, right? If he doesn't, and this is a slow reversal along with a slow EX Upper, then Houston, we got a problem. But we're gonna have to wait and see on this one. Yeah, this is a V-Trigger 1. At the very least, you're getting a juggle. That's good. This cannon got some juice. Oh my god, that's gonna be cheap. So you're telling me on block at least you get a guaranteed snatcher? Different speeds. So this is a heavy one. That's a lot of hits too. Yeah. Oh my, he is so... Yeah, he is so gonna uppercut you into a move like the 1-2-3. And this is gonna put you, juggle you back into the ball, and then he get it's written all over it. And I wonder if he still got his juggle air jumping medium punch. This is cheap. This is the insta I win neutral stuff right there. Why am I getting so many notifications? Psycho Chamber. So they didn't show the Psycho Knuckle. They didn't actually, so they didn't show us all of his special moves. I wonder if he got other stuff that they didn't show. This is the most dangerous move. Okay, that is his level 3. Yep. Use it in combos or to punish opponents. Use against fireballs as well. That looks sick. That looks sick. That looks really cool. Wow. That's really cool. So I feel like in general I was kinda right for the most part about Ed. I do have a couple of questions. How do you do Psycho Knuckle? Because they didn't address it at all. Is it plus on block? Is it safe? Is it unsafe? How many hits of projectiles does it go through? Does it negate? We have to wait and see, right? So they didn't show us this one. They didn't show if he have any options out of the back sway. One thing that makes DJ extremely powerful is he can sway and then counter attacks you with his low or the overhead and then punish counter and then get massive combos. It doesn't appear that it got that. Seems like it's just purely like for movement. So I wonder how good that will be, but at least if you can snatcher and then backdash to safety or move, at least that might be fine. At least that might be fine. They didn't show if the wave dash, if his command dash, if it goes through fireball. They didn't show if it got an EX version that maybe will go through fireballs. So I still have a couple of questions about Ed, but in general he seems pretty solid. The only concern, and this is a big one, how weak will he be on defense, right? It appears that he got anti-air, at least he got an invincible level 1 super, and he does have an EXDP. It's slow, like we know now, but how fast is the level 1? Because this will mean a lot for the character. This could mean that he is respectable on defense or he is gonna suffer on defense. And we all know how oppressive offense can be in this game. Anyways, we don't have to wait so long to know these answers. It is gonna be playable at Capcom Cup in just a couple of days, so we will know. We're gonna see the reports. I'm really interested to see how everything will gonna be laid out. Let me know your thoughts about Ed. What are your feelings on him now that we have gotten to see a little bit more of his gameplay? If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. Helps the channel so much. I will be leaving links to the Patreon, the Discord, the Twitter, and the Twitch pages. Although I haven't done any streams in years, I will leave all of that in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.